of rescue dogs.
Yay!
Come on. English Springer Rescue of America, Inc., Southeast Region, would like to thank the Chattahoochee Area Springer Club of Greater Atlanta for inviting us to participate in this event. To the hard work of our volunteers from groups like Chattahoochee.
Oh, she brought two photographers. Photographer and a videographer.
ESRA has helped 1,014 dogs nationwide in 2014.
Yay!
We welcome a special guest as the Grand Marshal of today's Parade of Rescue. 1 year ago, Clayton was rescued as he lay dying in a Texas animal shelter. His dire touch-of-war medical troubles, ongoing for months, captivated the hearts of thousands of ESRA friends worldwide and launched an extraordinary community that has come to be known as Clayton Nation. Their mission is to help raise funds for all ESRA special needs springers, as well as to bring awareness to ESRA's ongoing need for foster homes and volunteers. Let's welcome our first Springer, Maru Burke. Maru spent his first 3 years by himself in the backyard, tied out on a chain, with nothing much to do. These days, he happily lives inside with Marilyn Burke and his Springer brothers, Trickett and Havoc, and spends his days dock diving and competing in agility, and his nights curled up in the family bed. Maru is registered with the AKC and UKC as Car, Mar, Ken, Circle the Moon, and earned his first dock diving title only 6 weeks into his new life. Marilyn volunteered to foster Maru at a time when Trickett needed his sweet, calming influence, then fell in love herself and adopted him.
Where's your girls chair?
Meet Koki Coker. Special needs graduate Koki Coker made her debut here at the Parade of Rescue last year, limping around the ring on 3 legs. With ESRA's help, she received her needed surgery, and as you can see, she is now healthy and moving well on all 4 legs. First-time foster parents Ryan and Robin Coker nursed her through her surgery and recovery, then just couldn't let her go. Koki loves to play with toys and enjoys cuddling on the couch. Despite professional training, she still aspires to be an escape artist, but she has yet to succeed. Meet Arlo Allen. Arlo was turned over to ESRA North Carolina at age 6 months with a litter mate. His mom, ESRA volunteer and foster mom Leslie Allen, took one look at his face and fell in love. She had to be in love because he is a turbocharged pup who can leap a 4-foot fence at a single bound. He loves to swim and even in December takes several dips in the pond every day. Arlo also likes to choose shoes, bones, and stray pairs of underwear. Most importantly, he is a total love bug who will be his mom's protector his whole life. Let's meet Garner Underwood. In December 2012, A couple noticed a young Springer hiding under the former home of the wife's grandfather in central Georgia. They tried to lure him out for 3 weeks before they finally caught him and took him to a kennel they owned. He tested positive for heartworms, but crate and quiet were not in Garner's vocabulary. In fact, the first time Melissa Underwood crated him, he turned the crate upside down. Walking on a leash was also out of the question. All he wanted to do was get safely back home. Now, a year and a half later, he loves to play and will come up to his family to cuddle on his own. Let's meet Maisie Zimmerman. Gary and Suzanne Zimmerman have had a lifelong love affair with Springers. Maisie, 9 months old, is their first tricolor and second ESRA dog. They traveled 950 miles to adopt her. When they met, it was love at first sight, and they wanted to take her home to Florida that very night. The Zimmermans love to flaunt Miss Maisie on walks and at yappy hours. She has crated her crates for their king-size bed. The Zimmermans say, we're crazy for Maisie. Let's meet Tanner Carter. Timmy Carter is Tanner's 3rd mom. His original family sold him on Craigslist to a family that decided to turn him over to ESRA after only 3 weeks. Tanner is a typical, young, enthusiastic Springer, a killer of library books, and a visual hunter of the frogs in the fish pond. 4 months after adopting Tanner, his mom had some surgery, and Tanner adjusted wonderfully and seemed to know to be more careful and gentle. He is a loving and funny companion and a social butterfly with all the humans at the dog park. Let's meet Crystal Dinah. Last year's Parade of Rescue participant, Isabel Dinah, sent a special wish to Santa for a little sister. For all her hard work in training 3 former fosters, Santa sent her Crystal, a wiggly, fun-loving, perfect little Springerish sister. Isabel is usually a tough nut to crack. She doesn't like to share Mommy Patty, Daddy Doug, or Doggy Brother Cooper. But Chrissy had a few tricks up her sleeve, and now they are truly inseparable. So there she was, under the Christmas tree with a big red bow. Another foster failure who got a loving forever family for Christmas. Let's meet Daisy Knoll. When Daisy, originally named Odette, was rescued in Alabama, she was a tiny puppy with a severe case of mange and barely any fur. Foster mom, Michelle Hoffman, started treatments, and the notes continue them through December. Now Daisy is itch-free and has a beautiful coat. At 8 months, she is already bigger than a typical Springer, and an educated guess is that she is a smooth collie mix. Whatever her pedigree, she is a gentle, loving family member. She even helped her 12-year-old human brother earn a Boy Scout merit badge for teaching her basic commands. Let's meet Emma Jean Warner. Emma Jean was turned over to ESRA 4 years ago. She had recently given birth to puppies and was filthy, covered in bugs, and starving. Much love, time, and commitment transferred her from a scared, untrusting puppy mill mom into the best possible family member. The Warner family believes Emma Jean is close to 10 years old and part Plumber Spaniel. Emma Jean goes to work every day, where she is an office favorite. She loves her human sisters, Springer brother, and her cat. Her hobbies are hanging with mom, snoring, and bringing home dead animals to share with the family. Meet Danny Boy Tate. Still just a puppy, Danny Boy Tate is quite the traveler. This cute little boy was born in Texas to ESRA Rescue Sophie. His parents met him at Springer Nationals in St. Louis, immediately fell in love, and took him home with them to Orlando. Now this puppy, also known as Freckles, has traveled here to Atlanta to reunite with Clayton and walk in our parade with his proud parents, Marcy Carmen and Charles Tate. Meet Victor Trigger. Victor is a very sweet 8-year-old field springer who was picked up as a stray this past July. Victor is very timid in new situations and around strangers, but when it comes to Dad, he is a true Velcro springer. Every day, he's starting to come out of his shell more and more. He loves to jump and play like a puppy. Victor knows that he is safe and warm and in a very loving forever home with the Trigger family. Let's meet Riley Leader.
Yay!
Riley Leader is our second special needs graduate in this year's parade. In 2011, Sherry Leader rushed to pull Riley from a high-kill rural North Carolina shelter. She found an emaciated, matted, flea, and tick-infested dog with mange and a badly damaged leg that could not be saved. Yet he hopped out of her car and ran right to the front door. He knew he was home. Gary and Sherry Leader fostered him through his medical treatments and then, of course, fell in love and added Riley to their family. Let's meet Lily Getty. Exactly 1 year ago, Stephen Getty was completing the ESRA adoption screening process and was invited to check out the 2014 Parade of Rescues. While he was here at the 2014 parade, ESRA volunteer Bill Arnold was rescuing Penny Lane from a high-kill shelter in Louisiana. A week later, Stephen adopted her, renamed her Lily. He couldn't ask for a sweeter girl. And nearly at the 1-year anniversary of Lily's adoption, Stephen has welcomed ESRA foster dog Ben, an energetic young man who is helping Lily to be more active into his family. Let's meet Maya Mongelat. Maya was posted on Craigslist for $25 and promptly rescued by Clayton Nation member and ESRA volunteer Chris Mongelat. She had huge matted fur under her ears, severe ear infections, a mammary tumor, a UTI, and teeth that were rotting so badly that her mouth smelled. After all these medical concerns were met, including removal of half her teeth, her tail flag never stopped wagging. She could finally eat good food, sleep on the bed, and cuddle. Welcome to Maya, a 28-pound bundle of love. Meet Priscilla Bennett. Priscilla and her litter mates were born into a family who hoped to teach their children economics by setting up a home-style business for breeding and selling specialty dogs. But the children lost interest and the mother became ill. The adult Springers managed to escape their chain-link enclosure and were found wandering the streets by animal control. ESRA volunteers sprang into action, rescuing the adults and unsold puppies. Drusilla was named after a character in Buffy the Vampire Slayer and lived happily ever after, and safe from vampires, with Jane Bennett in Augusta, Georgia. Meet Big Ben Bennett. Big Ben was not here yet when a backyard breeder in Alabama was shut down by court order, and 21 springers were taken in by ESRA. These dogs were first called the Lucky Alabama 21, but that changed to the Alabama 29 after pregnant mama Magic delivered 8 healthy puppies, including Big Ben. He was lucky enough to be born in ESRA custody and then to be adopted by Jane Bennett. These days, he is living the good life in Augusta with Jane and his sister, Drusilla. Meet B2 Bomber Schroer. B2 Bomber is the brother of Big Ben and was the first puppy to arrive when Magic went into labor. Meanwhile, Fred Schroer had been looking for a black and white Springer boy, like the one he had as a kid. So even before Bomber was born, Fred and Sue were first in line for one of Magic's puppies. Fred wanted to name the new puppy after his childhood Springer, Bomber. So the newest member of the Schroer family is B2 Bomber, appropriate, because he flies through the air and lands in his dad's lap. One of the Alabama 29 and the mother of parade dogs Big Ben and B2 Bomber. Maria Hayrie was known as Magic when she was rescued. She then delivered her litter of 8 puppies while in foster care with Trudy Bond. She is now healthy and happy in her forever home. While she will not be having any more puppies, she does have a new ESRA brother named Willie and a sister named Jasmine. Meet Zen Lawrence. Alabama 29 adult dog Zen came to the Lawrence family at perhaps the lowest point in their lives, and certainly the lowest point in her life. Katie Lawrence was battling cancer, and at the same time suffered the loss of a beloved elderly Springer. Tim and Katie's younger Springer needed a companion, and they turned to ESRA to find the right adult dog. Zen was still somewhat in shell shock from her puppy mill life, but the Lawrences immediately fell in love with her. Zen bonded with Katie and helped nurse her through her medical treatments. And Katie and Tim helped Zen overcome her fears and live the good life as a treasured family member. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time around the ring.
If I get by 9.
Our 2015 Parade of Rescue Dogs. Let's give them a big hand.
was so nice.
I
That was so
know.
nice.
Danny, boy,